Hello everyone, I'm Wilna. Today I'm going to talk about a design that was developed to solve the flooding problem in the Kaviokura community. First, I will introduce the community. Kaviokura is one of the most remote communities in Australia, and it is a small community in Gibson Desert in Western Australia. 1,200 kilometers east of Port Hedland and 700 kilometers west of Alice Springs. Its climate is arid and hot. Kaviokura is built on clean paths, a low-lying area with poor drainage, and this makes the community vulnerable to flooding. In early 2000 years, a flood cut off roads in and out of the community, and in the following year, unusually heavy winds in the desert caused widespread flooding because of the low-lying land and no drainage system. The flood caused the community's water table to be unusually high, and the entire community was inundated. Residents were trapped in schools, waiting to be rescued. A community that prides itself on being among the best hunters in the Western Desert region found itself without food. My design inspiration comes from runoff reduction, which is the best method of stormwater measurement. Its purpose is to reduce the proportion of stormwater runoff, the amount of water and pollution. The REC is one of the ways to reduce runoff. It is to build a reservoir without a drainage system. It is developed from the drainage system and can reduce the flooding caused by extreme weather. Kaviokura is the desert community, and its climate is arid and hot, so it does not receive frequent rainfall or even lack of water. However, due to its low-lying terrain and lack of drainage system, if there is heavy rain, it can cause flooding and flood communities. This approach not only solves the problem of flooding, but also relieves water pressure in the community. My design scheme is divided into external and internal renovation. Firstly, the external renovation is to build the underground reservoir and install the roof gutter. Most of the roof of Kaviokura community is slope, which is suitable for installing the roof gutter. The internal renovation was to install water tanks and a filtration system so that filtered rainwater can be used for household use. Next is the model demonstration of my design scheme. First of all, it is the external reconstruction. I built a model similar to the building in the Kaviokura community and designed based on it. The roof is equipped with aluminum drainage ditch. The eaves are made into grooves, and water pipes are used to connect the eaves and the reservoir, which can maximize the rainwater into the reservoir. The stored water can be used for irrigation, and sprinklers can be installed to carry out irrigation when the reservoir is full. Next comes the internal design. If the internal space is large enough, an internal water tank can be installed, and the rainwater is collected through external pipes. The filter machine can be installed to filter rainwater for domestic use, and the water in the tank can be connected to the kitchen and bathroom by water pipes. On the other hand, if there is not enough space inside the house, you can use a household outdoor water tank and filter it in the same way. There are the details of my model, showing in more detail how the system works. Finally, this is the material for my design. First, the material of the roof and the water tank is aluminum. Aluminum is low density and corrosion resistant. It is toxic, does not dissolve and break, and it is light and relatively cheap. The surface is smooth and easy for rain to slip off. I choose PVR for the material of the pipe. It is a kind of new style conduit material. It can be used as cold water tube already also can be used as a hot water tube. As a result of its equivalent qualitative light pressure resistant, corrosion resistant, becoming the material of a kind of promotion. The external reservoir is made of brick and concrete. The bottom of the pool was tamped with undisturbed soil and paved with cement mortar. Then concrete was poured on it. Pool walls are available in three forms: masonry, brick, and concrete, which can be selected according to local building materials. When this design scheme is applied to reality, it can be modified according to the actual situation, so that the design scheme can play a maximal role to solve emergency situations. This is my reference list. That's all. Thank you.